Welcome to the Uncommon Transformation television series.
Akwa Ibom, ayayao. Siyana baraswele kisonge mananye. Akwa Ibom ojit, ayayao, ayayao.
You are welcome to Akwa Ibom State, the land of uncommon transformation. Come and join us, live amongst us, and invest, and you will not regret. I welcome you.
One of the many legacies for which Governor Godswill Akpabio will forever be remembered long after his administration has ended is in the education sector. The administration has invested heavily in the sector from its inception. From 2007 till date, several thousands of classroom blocks in both primary and secondary schools across the state have either been renovated or outrightly constructed to give verve and credence to the administration's free and compulsory education policy. The policy is further strengthened with the payment of subventions to the respective school heads. And to further ensure that no hidden charges are imposed on the pupils, government is paying subvention of 100 naira per child per term to schools head in the primary schools, while also paying 300 naira per term per child to secondary schools head, thereby abolishing PTA levies and other sundry charges in schools in the state. The government is also paying NECO and WAEC examination fees to all SS3 students to enable them sit for their final exams without any hindrance. The policy, which is widely acknowledged, was given legal backing by the signing into law the Child's Right Act that makes it a punishable offense for any parent or guardian who deprives a child of school age the right to education. This year alone, the government has paid more than 403 million naira as NECO, NAPTEP and WAEC examination fees for final secondary school 3 students studying in the state.
Because we went into the educational arena and then we renovated and rehabilitated over 2,000 schools and built over 2,500 classroom blocks. And then we brought in something that is phenomenal, a revolution. We declared free and compulsory education for our children from primary school all the way to senior secondary school level. And the result, in less than 4 years, we tripled school enrollment. And we opened it up to all children of Nigerians who are resident in Akwa Ibom. So it's not only to my state alone. And the result is that is a phenomenal policy that has now resulted in our children who were serving as house boys, house girls and all that, and opened doors to orphans and destitutes and people who never thought they were going to have education in life. And today they have hope that they can become something that can also contribute their quota towards the building of Nigeria.
What many did not know is that while the administration was tackling the decay in the lower schools, Akpabio was equally undertaking a complete turnaround of the state-owned Polytechnic, Akwa Ibom State Polytechnic, Akwa Poly, Ikot Osurua at Ikot local government area. Established way back in time as a primary school, the erstwhile Cross River State government took it over and it became a teachers training college. The institution later transformed to a campus of the defunct University of Cross River State and finally named State Polytechnic in 1991 through Edict number 11 of that year. Full academic activities commenced in the institution the following year with a total of 961 students with 7 accredited programs. From the foregoing, all would agree that the institution has witnessed the sort of status transformation like no other institution in Akwa Ibom State. For instance, the student population grew to about 6,000 from a paltry 961, while the staff strength grew from 494 to 676. But surprisingly, these transformations in status were not matched with a transformation in infrastructure. In the words of the current rector of the Polytechnic, Barrister Israel Benson Afia, Akwa Poly was inundated with dilapidated infrastructure that made teaching and learning a nightmare, while parents who could not stand the decay withdrew their children and wards from the school. According to him, there was total disregard for the needs of the Polytechnic by successive administrations, snowballing into unavailability of teaching and learning aids and general low morale for the workers in the institution.
Before the coming on board of our amiable governor, this institution, I should say, was seen as a glorified secondary school. The situation was so bad that some parents would not ordinarily want their children and wards to come here. Before the governor came, the place was grossly underfunded. The structures were dilapidated. There were no adequate equipment, and the staffing was poor. Of course, you would also know that the students' intake was poor, would have been poor too. But since the our uncommon transformer came on board, the story has been different.
Some of the students spoken to paint a picture of the Polytechnic they met before the Akpabio intervention.
The school was nothing to write home about. You have structures that were dilapidated, and the security situation in the school was also very, very poor. And you had staffs then that were not really competent enough educationally. So things were not moving well at all.
When we came in here, a lot of things and all the new buildings, good road networks, all this that we have seen today, we are enjoying today, we're not there. So we think that it's this present government, which is led by Our Excellency, the Executive Governor, God's will, Obota Pabio, is the one that put all these things in place for us to enjoy. Now we can receive our lecture comfortably in good classroom and very good conducive environment, as you can see everything.
Kudos to our esteemed Governor Goswell Akpabio, who has made this dream a reality. We call it uncommon transformation. Yeah, right now I am very happy. I am pleased to belong to this citadel of learning, because right now if you look around, you can see the street lights, you can see the road well tarred. Before it was so bad that we couldn't even walk well to school, to our classrooms. But right now we can see that the school is well renovated.
Definitely, speaking about Akwa Ibom State Polytechnic, when I came was not something to write home about, because everywhere, the departments, the classrooms were not something that students could feel comfortable while having the lectures. It was nothing at all.
Can you tell the story about the road?
Since I came here, it wasn't like this, but things have changed because of our new governor, Goswell Akpabio. That is how you renovate the road, and it's very fantastic nowadays.
Initially, the school was not renovated. Some of the classroom blocks were not developed, and even the hostels, because of that, we didn't have access to the hostels because it was not renovated.
Wow, the school is great. It's beautiful. Everywhere is transformed. The hostels, the streets, the lecturers themselves, everywhere. I mean, everywhere it's good. The classroom blocks, it's not the same as it was before.
Yeah, this place was a bush before, but now we can boast of Akwa State Polytechnic because we have a lot. We have like good roads, we have street lights like hostel. We had a lot of things.
The uncommon transformation efforts of the Akwa administration has left the conventional towns now to the citadels of learning. Today we are at the Akwa State Polytechnic Ikot Osurua in Ikot local government area, where we have noticed some tremendous transformation of a place that used to be like a ghost town. Today there are red roofs everywhere, and the students say they are happy with this uncommon transformation of a place of learning that has fast become a cynosure of our eyes. In his characteristic manner, Governor Godswill Akpabio embarked on a holistic rehabilitation of the institution, starting with the establishment of the e-library there, a digitally mastered learning center that engenders learning and other research activities. Mr. Sandil Mana, Senior Assistant Registrar overseeing the center, named after His Excellency the Governor, Sir Godswill Akpabio, and Mr. Patrick Akman, a supervisor at yet another digital center in the Polytechnic, bear their minds.
The Akwa State government has done so much, specifically for the School of Environmental Studies. They have done so much. In fact, we've gone digital. Look at what we have. In fact, this is not obtainable elsewhere in the Polytechnic. You can only find this university in some cities in the western part of the country, but actually this is what the state government has done. They have done so much. We've gone digital. Our students are using a digital board. Look at our projector. All our programs are being beamed most of the times.
We want to say a very big thank you to His Excellency Godswill Akpabio for what he has done in this school. With the provision of the digital center, everything is being networked now in the school. So now, these students now use this center for their practicals. We are now linked to the net wherever they want to do the research. We can now link to the rest of the world.
The rehabilitation is total. All the structures have been rehabilitated. The roofs now wear new looks. The hostels have been given a refreshing touch. More water reservoirs have been erected, and commercial banks have started establishing branches in the institution to take their services nearer to the students. The story of the uncommon transformation of the Akwa administration is reverberating to all parts of the country and even beyond. This prompted the visit of the good governance team to Akwa Ibom State. Led by the Honorable Minister of Information, Mr. Labaran Maku, the team before departure stopped over at Akwa Poly to appraise the development efforts of the Akwa administration there. Mr. Maku and his team were not disappointed by what they saw. They poured encomiums on the Akwa administration for a feat that is second to none.
Was this Polytechnic like this? No. Was it like this? No. Do you have this road under the military? No. With democracy, how do you see Akwa Ibom now? I'm okay. If anybody comes to tell you, tell them it's what? Democracy is the best form of government. Once people are elected, they must work for the people. So if you look at Ekpe Panena, was it like this in the past? No. Did you see these new roads and the square there? No. So therefore, democracy will have come to verify if democracy is working.
Really it's working.
And from the Polytechnic here, we can see that democracy is working.
But beyond all these is the serenity that has been brought into the campus courtesy of the massive construction of the roads network within the school by the Pabio administration. From the main entrance, the institution has witnessed total transformation. The roads, which are mostly dualized, are well paved, complete with street lighting facilities. The ambience and well-marked out lawns bring nature closer to everyone on campus and even the visitors alike. Students and other fun seekers were captured by our camera lenses, taking photographs at the school entrance using the lush green field as their background. This to them never happened for several years before now. Engineer Sam Inyang is the managing director of Senyang Limited, construction firm that handled construction of internal roads in the institution.
This place, let me repeat the words I had before. This was a glorified primary school. It did not have the dignity of a polytechnic or a higher institution. Right from the gate, you would see a footpath into this place. I have the pictures of every road that Senyang met here. A footpath into a gate that was not worthy of its name, the name of a polytechnic in the modern Akwa Ibom state. It was after His Excellency came here, he was, I understand, the first visitor of this polytechnic to come here while in service to grant what you have seen here today. And that's why this school, I believe, should be eternally, not just this school, all of us should be eternally grateful to the sort of things you see here. You got here a footpath that got into a place like this. There were trees and there were huge potholes, the type that would submerge even my own hillocks to the same level, so that the roof is at the same level as the ground on which we had. And then we could still see the before pictures of what we call here Route 2. All the roads are named. This is Road 1, dual carriage Road 2. No road at all. We had palm trees across the road that linked all the way to the end of the Polytechnic. In my words then, and still true today, it was a disgrace for education in this state.
Everyone on campus is happy at the uncommon transformation which Governor Pabio has bequeathed to their school. From the rector to the staff and the students, it is all rejoicing and celebration galore.
Coming into the compound, that will tell you enough story about the transformation that this wonderful, amiable, and fantastic education-friendly governor has come to do in this state, in this school. The entire road network is now tapped. You should have known that before now, where we are is hilly, and the erosion was devastating the whole place. But since the governor came in, he awarded the contract to construct the roads and then channelization of flood. And so we no more have flood threats. Apart from the road network, you should have also seen that our entire structures have a different look. The dilapidated nature we saw before he came on board is now a thing of the past. In fact, when the last NBT team came, they were amazed. They said they could not believe that this is the same institution they visited some years ago. And so on behalf of myself, management, in fact, the governing council, management, academic board, and the entire staff and students of this institution, we owe everything to the governor.
Looking at the environment, we have a lot of development here so far going and being executed by His Excellency Obon Koswil Oborokpabio. We have seen his good governance in development, especially the good roads here, the lights, and the renovation of the hostels, and other equipment that are being restored. So we have seen his good work here.
I want to say a very big thank you to Chief Dr. Goswil Oborokpabio for what he has been able to use his own effort and his own common transformation agenda that he promised Akwa Ibom citizens that he's going to do. And we have seen it, the dividend is here to prove. In 2007, 2008, this place was nowhere to write home about. But just all of the sudden, when I went for my 1-year industrial attachment IT, I came back. So when I came back, this place has been a new face.
I am very impressed about this uncommon transformation. Looking at the e-library, if you go there, we have so many computers, we have so many systems there, and they're functioning. Yeah, so I'm really grateful to the governor of Akwa Ibom State.
I have a name, I call him in my heart, and I would love to use this medium to also make it known to the world. It's an Igbo, Ane Kweku, Ane Meme. That's the man that talks and is doing it with his hands. And I have so much respect for him. I believe in his dreams. I don't know how he came up with things like this. The state, by extension, has been transformed. And
thank you, Mr. Governor, for doing this for the students of Akwa Ibom State Polytechnic. We do appreciate you. Thank you so much.
In all these, they can only say a big thank you to the man who has made all this possible. Akwa Ibom State Polytechnic Ikot Osurua is a reflection of the unquenchable passion which Governor Akpabio has towards the advancement of the education sector of the state. From its inception till date, no administration has affected the institution as much as the Akpabio administration. The school can now compare favorably with other institutions of learning in Nigeria. The environment, to borrow from the institution's rector, is education-friendly. The facilities are of world standards, and researches can be done with only a touch of the button. These can only be possible in Akwa Ibom State, where the impossible is being made possible through one man, Governor Goswil Oborokpabio, CON. The people call him the Promise Keeper, and this indeed is the height of uncommon transformation.
Uncommon Transformation television series brings you the latest information on the monumental achievements of Governor Akpabio's administration. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube to read the latest news, watch amazing videos, and in-depth interviews with the men and women working hard to make Akwa Ibom State better. You can also log on to our website for more information. Uncommon Transformation television series brings you the right information whenever you need it.